Okay, so as some of you know, I've been talking about how I'm going to be doing different videos. I did one on the past years of my life. I said that I'm going to be remaking my holiday and season videos. And I also said I was going to be doing a months of the year type of video where I talk about my opinion on the months of the year. So yeah, I'm going to be doing this one next. Just my opinions on the months of the year is pretty much what I like about them, what I don't like about them, that type of stuff. So yeah, I decided to prioritize this one over my holiday and season ones is because I already did those on my other channel. I haven't gotten around to the months one yet, so I'm going to be doing this one first, then I'll do the holiday and season remakes. So yeah, I'm going to be just going in order from from January to December, January, February, March, April, and so on. So we're going to start with January, which is the month we are currently in now. I have to say January is actually probably my least favorite month of the year. I don't know, it's just usually extremely bland and underwhelming. Like, nothing much happens. It just kind of feels like, I mean, I know it's not the case, but I'm just saying, like, from a personal perspective, it kind of feels like the world shuts down for, because it's like after Christmas, it's cold, like nature is drab. So there just isn't much going on for March. I don't know if I mentioned this part, but it's also because it's like after like the holiday season, like, so after the holiday season, like it just feels like there's like nothing going on for January after New Year's Day is said and done. So yeah. I'm gonna have to be honest. January is my least favorite month of the year for those reasons. It's just bland. Nature is drab. Nothing much going on. So yeah. And I don't know, and sometimes like my mental state can be worse in March, not March, January. Like, I remember in January 2017, I was having anxiety issues over something. The same goes for January 2021. For 2017, it was because of this, like, I don't know what it was, but I think it was like a scab or something on my... It was like on my foot, like... So it was worrying me really badly for some reason. So yeah, and then like in January 2021, I was dealing with a lot of toxic people. And then in January of last year, it started off as decent, but there was an incident that happened on January 30th. Green Ethan, if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's another reason. It's just, I don't want to try to be like negative or like jinx it, but January is just usually my bad luck month, if you will. But okay, but so far, like for this January, I'm having a decent January so far. I don't expect it to be amazing, but as long as it's decent, that's all I can ask for. So let's knock on wood and hope it stays that way. February is a little bit better. Actually, I would probably have to say February is one of my favorite months of the year. February, June, November, and December are probably my favorite months of the year. And the reason is because it's, the month of Valentine's Day. Like, I may be asexual and aromantic to real people, but I just love Valentine's Day. It's so heartwarming. Plus, you can still celebrate different types of love and romance. And I'm going to be going, and I will be doing just that. This year, next year, the year after that, and so on. Just like I have been for previous years. So yeah, plain and simple, the reason why I love Valentine's Day or February is because of it. Well, especially Valentine's Day, but some people like to celebrate like romance like throughout the entirety of February, or like at least the first 14 days. So yeah, that's why I like February. Another reason why I like it is, no offense to any football fans out there, but I also like it because it's the end of football, It ends football season, and like sometimes like football fans can, like, there's a bunch of like rabid football fans out there, and they just make me lose brain cells. So that's also another reason. Not only that, but like there's more free time for me, my dad, and my brother to do other things when football isn't going on. So it's not just that, it's also me, my dad, and my brother getting to do things together, like go out to eat and whatnot. So yeah. March, March is usually pretty uneventful, with something very, very, very shitty about it. If you guys know me, some of you may be knowing what I'm talking about. Daylight savings time. I fucking hate daylight saving time with a burning passion. Oh my. I don't want this to turn into a daylight savings time rant, but there are just many reasons why I hate it. It's a pain in the ass to set your clocks. I hate how it doesn't get dark until like 9 o'clock. It fucks your mind and your body and even your health at times over. I want it to get abolished. Some people think we should be on, like, they've been like talking about like I'm not sure if it's official yet, because some sources say that it is official, but some say they're still thinking about it. But they're thinking about having permanent daylight savings time. Fuck that shit. Time zones are not designed to be on daylight savings time. They're designed to be on daylight Daylight Standard Time. But yeah. One thing I do like about March is that nature starts to pick up again, and that's what I like about it. In fact, I actually had a pretty good March last year and the year before. I told you guys about freaking last year's March in my review of 2022, why it was so hectic. So yeah, I'd say March is a mixed bag. I hate it because of daylight savings time, but I like how it's nature starts to pick up, and like sometimes it can be pretty eventful and enjoyable like it was in 2022 and 2021. So who knows, despite the daylight savings time rigmarole, maybe I'll have a pretty good March besides that. Who knows? April, not really much to say about it. We have Easter, which we don't really celebrate anymore. If I had to choose between Halloween and Easter, I would choose Halloween because we still kind of somewhat celebrate Halloween. I mean, we don't go trick-or-treating, but my dad does buy candy to hand out to trick-or-treaters and for me and my brothers. So, but I'll get more into that when we get into October. Easter, though, we don't really celebrate it anymore. In 2021, yeah, it was 2021, I did get some candy and like some new video games, but nothing special happened on last year's Easter. But I do have a really good friend who celebrates a birthday in April, which his name is Ethan. Not the green one. The green one has his birthday in December, but Purple Ethan celebrates his birthday in April. In April, so at least there's something eventful about it. But yeah, same with May. Not really much to say about May. I had a really good May in 2021, and then like some eventful stuff also happened last year, but other than that, it's usually kind of a boring month, or at least uneventful. And then June, oh yeah, I love June. It's my favorite month of the year. As a lot of you know, my birthday is celebrated in June. And I know like a lot of people like to often favorite their birth months. I know I do. I think my friend Ashton does. I believe both Ethans do. Purple, April for Purple Ethan and December for Green Ethan. And I know Daniel favorites March, which that's his birth month. And yep, I am no exception. Plus, I also like Pride Month. As some of you may know, I'm in the LGBT community myself. I'm aro, like I said earlier, I am aro ace for real people, but bisexual / biromantic for fictional characters. So yep, I am pretty much a member of the LGBT community myself. So it's nice having a month to celebrate that. I mean, you should celebrate that like any month, but June is considered to be the representative month for it all. So yeah, another reason why I favorited June back in the past is because Dairy Queen would have like monthly blizzards, which is like ice cream. It's like a soft serve ice cream or something like that, and they would have cotton candy for June, and I love cotton candy ice cream. It's my favorite. I know Ashton agrees. However, that reason doesn't really apply anymore because we have a Baskin Robbins that my dad goes to all the time now. So I can get cotton candy ice cream any month of the year. In fact, I just had cotton candy ice cream yesterday, and we're in January, so that one doesn't matter anymore, but it did back when I was living in Orange Grove and before we discovered that stores had cotton candy ice cream. I also had cotton candy ice cream in school. That's actually when I tried cotton candy ice cream for the first time. I was in my senior year, and it was like towards the end of my senior year. That's when I tried it, and I fell in love with it. But yeah, after I graduated and before I found it in stores, that was also another reason for favoriting June, was because that's the month I could have cotton candy ice cream or Blizzard, whatever. They're pretty much the same thing. It's just Dairy Queen. They call them Blizzards, but they have other types of ice cream. But yeah, moving on. July, again, pretty uneventful, but I have to say, July can still be a pretty fun month because it's summer vacation, and even though I'm not in school anymore, I have friends who are, so although I know Dale is graduating this year, but I still have other friends who will still be in school at least one last year after this coming summer, like Daniel, Ashton, Green Ethan, etc. So I like to take advantage of the summer to hang out with them more. Although for Green Ethan, it's a little bit different, but hopefully, he'll have his phone this time, so we can still keep in touch on Wattpad when he's not busy with family stuff and other stuff and whatnot. But yeah, same with most of August. It can be pretty uneventful, but I like June, July, and August, not just for the reasons I mentioned about June, but also because June is usually, the beginning of June is typically when, or at least mid-June at the latest, is typically when people get out for summer vacation, unless they have year-round school. So, yeah, that's why I like the summer a lot, is because I get to have more time with my school-age friends. I like September. My brother celebrates his birthday in September, and then I love fall, so yeah, I like September for those reasons. Fall's my favorite season, and once the end of September gets here, it starts to feel or sometimes October, it depends. That's when I start to feel that warm, fuzzy feeling that fall is here. So yeah, I like September, but the one sad thing is of course 9/11, but I try not to focus too much on the negative part. I try not to focus too much on that, but yeah. I still, for the most part, like it because it's when fall comes and my brother celebrates a birthday, which it's always fun celebrating a birthday. So yeah, October. Yeah, I like the end of October because of like again, that's when fall really starts to get here, and then Halloween, which, like I said, I prefer Halloween over Easter because while we don't celebrate Easter, while we don't acknowledge Easter, we do acknowledge Halloween somewhat. So I like that. Plus, I'm more of a fall person than a spring person. Don't get me wrong, spring is a beautiful season, but sometimes it just gets to be too hot. So I prefer fall because it's nice and cool. And that's when the leaves start to get all colorful. So yeah. And November is another really fun month, one of my favorite months. It's a very bittersweet month. Like, again, I love fall is in its prime during November. And then we have Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is always a fun time. It's always a nice time to spend with family and eat yummy food. And the bittersweet thing about November, I'm sure a lot of my close friends will be able to know, will be able to guess, but it's the month Steven Hillenburg died, so we like, in November 26th. So we like to take that day to just honor his memory. It's sad, but at the same time, it's also comforting to do so, which is why it's a bittersweet day and not just 100% bitter and sad, if you know what I mean. And last but not least, December. I love December. December is usually a fun month of just Christmas, doing holiday stuff, eating out, spending time with family. I just love it. We ate out a couple of times. We ate out at like Bubba's 33 a couple of times. Yeah, we went to the same restaurant twice, both times because my dad decided it to be our number one go-to restaurant since it has like a variety of things that we all like. So that was nice. And then like for Christmas, we had a Mexican feast, and for Christmas Eve was a really good day. In fact, Christmas Eve was probably a better day than Christmas itself because I had a really good enchilada meal for lunch. Me and my friend, the Green Ethan, updated. Well, he did. I don't know if I think it wasn't until the day after until I updated mine, but he updated his story trade for me on that day. And so I got started on his, and then we went over to Nana's and ate. And I ate ham and rolls. Oh my god, it was so good. So yeah, the 24th was a really good day. 25th was a good day too, but the enchiladas were better on the 24th because they were fresh and it didn't get mixed in with my tacos. Plus, I was claustrophobic because like we all decided to eat in the dining room, and like, so yeah. But yeah, December was a pretty good month. It always is. It was also a really good month in December 2021. Hell, even 2020, December was a really good month. That's saying a lot because we all know how shitty, like, you know, in general that year was, but December was actually really good. So yeah. I have to say, like I said, I have to say my favorite months of the year are February, June, November, and December. February because, you know, love month, you know, Valentine's Day, all the romance and stuff. June because my birthday and Pride month, and that's when my friends are usually let out for summer. November because it's a good time of year, weather and season-wise. Thanksgiving. And then, like, the bittersweet reason is the anniversary of Stephen Hillenburg's death. And of course, we have December, Christmas, and just a lot more time to spend with family and just having fun. I'll admit, though, like, December 2022 was kind of bland compared to 2021 and even 2020, but it was still pretty good in itself. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say for this video. We're still in January, but right now, like I said, it's going decent. I'm hoping it can stay that way. Bye, guys.